It's always good. Yes. I do. Alright, let's go ahead and find a match. Ready? I love being princess down in this beautiful ocean blue. They end up in someone's stew. Up and doom doom doom, ba dum bum ba bum 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 bum, ba dum bum ba bum ba dum bum. Inside softens somebody else's skin. You're killing my ecosystem, resulting in oil spills. Oh no! Thanks to BP, thank you BP, thanks to BP, thank you BP. Oil spilling. I need to make a new Kalari deck, just for the hell of it. Alright. Daryl, you better not be jungling. Oh, they have an Iggy playing? Trying to think of who I should pass. already been 5 minutes. When the hell did it have been 5 minutes in my live stream? It's been like 5 seconds and it's already been 5 minutes. When the hell did it become 3 minutes? Well, 2 minutes. I can't count time, guys. I'm sorry. I have no sense of time, but I have a great sense of direction. You told me to go in a certain direction, and I'll find my way. You told me what time it is, I'll be like, I don't know, let me look at the sun. It looks a little bit after 3. It's actually like 1 in the morning. That is pretty much my life. Not knowing the time of day, but just going with the flow. I might go on a night run tonight. It will be a nice and dangerous run. Boy, I hit L2 to upgrade. What the fuck you doing? Ah, can I not turn and hit the damn thing? Sheesh. They have a Kalari as well. They have a Kalari, a Gideon, a Steel, and a Crunch. And a what? No, they don't have an Iggy. That was their Gideon? That's a very interesting team, I must say. Why did they choose Iggy to run mid lane over everybody else? They had 2 amazing options. Don't get me wrong, Iggy's great for mid lane as well, but he's not as good as the other 2. And that's coming from somebody that mains it, that other great characters take out. And here's our jungler. It has to be Crunch, which that's actually a really dangerous jungler now that I think about it. No, because that's their Steel.
No.
What's going on, Ty?
I'm just playing Paragon with you.
I'm in the middle of a match that's only 4 minutes in, so yeah. If you don't mind, like waiting, I have 5 hours, pretty much. I got like
5 hours.
Yeah, it'll be more like an hour. The enemy team is an Iggy, a Crunch, a Gideon, and Steel. And I'm assuming the Crunch is jungling, Iggy is their mid laner, Gadget's their off laner, and their right lane is Gideon and Steel. So it's like a very weird team combo. And our team is me playing Kalari, a Lieutenant Bellica, Twin Blast and Aurora, and Greystone. So while their team is very odd, ours is pretty solid, but we just died, a couple of us did. So it's very interesting to see what will happen. I predicted a pretty decent match.
My brother got Warriors. You know the game Warriors of Roach?
I can barely hear you, to be honest.
You know a game called Warriors of Orochi 3?
No, I've never heard of it.
Ever heard of Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah?
It's a part of that.
Huh.
And have you heard of Samurai Warriors?
Kinda.
It's part of that too. Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors combined. And if you didn't know this, Samurai people in Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors were real people. Like Nobunaga, like the Nobunaga ambition game.
I can believe it.
They are real people. You can play it. Of course, some things are a little folklore and everything. Myth and legend is some of the things, because Orochi is actually a character. A serpent. Just that I don't get why they had to add in a pop star. That's mostly what just driving me nuts, is because they're making this game like American Idol.
I think you're looking at it in the wrong sensible way. I mean, it's mainly just world building.
Dude, they normally have always tried to keep this game sensible. That's not sensible.
I mean, it's just expanding the world. Think about it.
Somebody who attacks with music that doesn't even use an instrument.
Instrument is a voice?
That's not instrumental. That is lyrics on an instrument. There was actually like somebody using a guitar. I could see it. Whenever they're just making her all skimpy, wearing hardly anything, and just singing, and having her become the person that we all saw as everyone wanting a mundane character who is a dude, conjurer, or someone who had wolves with him that he could send out, not a girl who had pretty pink sparkly wolves that she sent at people.
Right. I understand what you're getting at. And I was honestly
People
wanting a
want
badass
something
wolf character
cool,
too,
yeah.
but we didn't get that, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. It's not like we can go to Epic Games and have them write off the character completely.
Well, the thing is, it's just that a lot of people wanting like a big guy or somebody who like had wolves that he'd call and send at you, not somebody who literally sent like that was a girl. They're making this game more guy-based playing. That is the truth when I say that. When you're putting, because the way it is getting, so far, 3 characters on a girl. They normally would always keep it balanced. When we got a girl character, we get a guy character. This is the first time in this game's history of ever getting 3 girls all at the same time. Like, well, not at the same time, but within a row of weeks. They're making this game more girl-based. There's now more girls than there are guys.
mean,
making a game
who
that
knows?
is
They might
based.
balance it out. We just don't know yet. Okay, like you say, this game is still, like most people say, this game is still in beta. They're still testing the waters and stuff. Who knows? Maybe characters will get taken out that people didn't like. Maybe characters will get added
And
in.
I will also say this: it's also this game has been out for a while, and a lot of people are still surprised it hasn't come out of it. They already, because the devs, like when they said they were going to plan on launching this game sometime 2017, of like around when it became 2017, and they still haven't launched it. Full game.
Well, you understand, it's game developing. It takes time. Like, it's not like it's gonna be thought and made at the moment a thought is made. Sometimes things can happen that can delay a game from being completely finished. We just have to be patient. I mean, expecting to get something done quickly and immediately is like waiting. I don't know, like expecting food to be instantly ready as soon as you start cooking it.
Dude, this game been out for at least now 2.5 years. Almost 2 years.
Okay, how long has it been in beta?
Been in beta since January.
I don't think that's right. I think it was in January and March because when they put it in beta, they made it available to the public. And
it's been out since summer. The it's been open beta since around March and through on. So it's for really half a year now.
Okay, so it's only been it's almost been a full year. I mean, stuff takes time. Beta's stayed in beta for a long time. Minecraft was in beta for a very long time before they moved it to full release. And even then, they're still not done adding things to it. So it just takes time.
Minecraft. Here's the thing about Minecraft's updates. They come on. Like, you never know when an update's gonna be scheduled. It could be scheduled within like a whole nother year or so, or like several months apart. This game gets updates every 3 weeks. It's been that way since the game started. It's updated every 3 weeks.
Maybe not every single one of those updates are gonna be major ones.
This game has gotten updates and updates and updates. And here's the thing though, this game is nowhere near as big as one of those all those other games. Like, this game looks like it would be a very high gigabyte game. It's 12 gigs. That's the highest amount of gigs this game gets. And there are other games that take forever to get the amount. And Minecraft, the reason why it is so popular is because it's modding. The modding community. That is what makes Minecraft so popular. And it's been getting modded since 1.2.5. So that's mostly why and that, trust me, 1.2.5 is pretty old, since it's now in 1.11.10. And it is, trust me, getting those 1 points are very complicated, because Minecraft is just an insane amount of code. It might not look like it is, but it is.
Alright, well,
here's the
thing. Paragon is still a very vast game. I mean, I still see visual errors that they need to fix, but they still need to get around fixing, but they haven't fixed yet. It's just
that's the problem.
It's not. But here's the thing: you gotta understand, it's not a big major team like Activision or something like Epic Games. That's not a big team.
Yes, but you also gotta think, if they
it's like, it's like asking for
listen here though. Tell me this: since when have they ever done a fix, like a debuff or a buff, correctly?
Okay, well, you gotta understand that not every game is gonna be perfectly balanced. Like, there might be a couple games that are balanced here and there, but you gotta understand that, like, no, it takes time to balance games perfectly right. It's gonna mess up sometimes.
I'm curious.
And I understand that your Murdoch is messed up, and I understand that there's a Greystone messed up problem right now. And there's a bunch of imbalance issues, like with Aurora.
Here's what I'm curious, though. Did you? Okay. Do you know why Rampage it looks like he's always sticking his hands up in the air?
I didn't even notice that his hands
Like
looked
when he glitches out and he like looks like he's hovering with his hands in it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That is how much he has been debuffed and buffed. They have broken. He used to never do that. They started updating him because so many people complained because of how he was in alpha, and ever since his first big debuff they did to him that literally got rid of one of his abilities, he used to have a third ability. They took it out. But ever since they did that, it's like they broke a part of his code, and they never try to fix it.
Okay,
and he's been stuck like that forever. So, and they've been doing buffs to him, updates to him, but they never fix that part of code. They do not pay attention to what they're doing.
I get what you're trying to say, Ty, but like, it takes time to figure out what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. Maybe they took out his passive because it was the right thing to do. Maybe they believe that. And I mean...
No, it wasn't a passive that they took out. It was an actual ability he used. People complained because people said it was too OP. But all it did was increase his jump distance. That's all it did. Increase his jump distance, and people complained. Saying it was too overpowered, he could get out of any situation he wanted. That was his escape. They got rid of his main escape because people complained. And think of how many people.
But here's the thing: they listen to the community, though, and that's the big thing. Is that a lot of people, a lot of game companies don't listen to the people.
Here's the thing, though: they don't listen to the YouTube community at all. There are so many YouTubers that are I wasn't saying that. There are so many YouTubers that say, "Well, we've been wanting the towers to get fixed." There are several that have said that, and they never do.
Okay, well, they might fix it with the next update that's coming on Tuesday. We don't know that yet.
Dude, it's been that way since Monolith started.
Okay, well, who knows? I mean, we don't know what the updaters are going to do, and we just have to have hope and faith. If we expect them to do everything instantly, we're just going to disappoint ourselves every single time. There's nothing we can do about it. We just have to deal with it.
People have been wanting one for a long time.
Hey, Cartoon Movie Maker, welcome to the live stream. And I understand that, but like, I mean, they focus on what they need to do first, and I understand that like the towers are a big thing that they need to get fixed, but right now they probably are focusing on something that's bigger and better that's coming in the future. Who knows? Maybe they'll have an update that gets rid of. All they're focusing on is characters. That's the thing, dude. Truthfully, how do you think they can bring out a new character every 2 weeks? It's because that's all their focus is. Their focus is only characters. Because if you think of how much detail they're putting into those characters, that is showing you how much they're just focusing on the character. More than the game. They don't put, and here's another thing. They don't really put those characters to major tests. They don't go and see how overpowered they are. They don't do anything. If they truly were testing these characters, we would actually not, they would not be needing a debuff when we know they need a debuff. We would never have to say that. They would know they could scale it to how much needs to be. And there would never be problems. Major problems that would be causing it. So, the updates would never be every 3 weeks. If they were really serious about making sure things were good and done, they would not make it update every 3 weeks. It's not like it's Bethesda or Sony or Activision or Infinity or Treyarch that can release updates rapid fire. It takes a time.
I know that's what.
But I know you.
But what you're saying, it takes time. You're saying it takes time. Thing is, think of it's 3 weeks. That's not much time at all. That is fast updates for quite a few games. Not many games get an update every 3 weeks. So that is pretty fast.
that's not honestly that fast. I've seen game companies update faster than that, but holy shit!
But for how long were those games out? Were they like out for very start,
let's see.
like just at the start?
Yeah, okay. Call of Duty, it gets just as bad as updates. It just gets the same amount. It's a big multiplayer.
I've played Call of Duties. I've played Call of Duties and I've never seen that many updates that fast and that often. I've been a Call of Duty player.
What the hell? There's no way! There's no way that's the motherfucker. I'm not talking about this anymore. I gotta focus on my match. I'm sorry, but like, dude, I get what you're saying, but like, it takes time to do things. You just gotta be understanding with what they're doing, because they're put underneath a lot of stress whenever they have to try to make everybody happy. It's hard to make everybody happy for a game. It's hard to make everybody happy in general in real life.
Well, the thing is though, if they were going to be more wanting to make sure the game got what it did, they would not do those kind of updates just to update a character. They would take literally several months or so just to focus on the game's main problems. Listen to what the people want. There are several people who are not asking to have all their characters debuffed and changed. There's several people not wanting it, and they did it anyway. That's where I'm having a little bit of defense where you're saying that they listen to their community. Apparently not. If they go and debuff their characters, like certain players' characters, so much that players quit the game because of it. I've had friends quit the game because their main character and they can't play other characters because it's not their style. They were good. They got good with those characters, so they stuck well. Like me, I got really good with Rampage, and I almost quit the game. But then I had Sevarog, so I went and played Sevarog. Sevarog and Rampage had similar abilities. Then once Rampage got that health regen, they broke him more than they were expected. That's why I was winning, because Rampage used to never have that health regen. He never had passive health regen, insanely high. When he went into ulti, that never was there. The only thing he had passively was the king of. They literally made his normal outside of passive where like you could go. You had to actually go into the heroes list just to look at everyone's passive. Everyone actually had a passive, but you couldn't see it in a match. You had to go in the menus and then look at the heroes and look at the characters.
And maybe they took that out because they thought it was a good idea, and they believe that still is a good idea.
Well, but here's the thing.
You
Why in the world take his
all that
passive?
you're speaking is a matter of opinion for what you believe the game should do. Just like it's a matter of opinion on what they think they should do for the game.
I'm speaking on everyone, but quite a few other people's behalf.
And that's still their opinion. It doesn't make it factual.
But here's the thing, though. You're saying you said the devs listen to the community.
Yeah.
Where does that
but
fit
they also
in
have to. They also have
right
to decide from that community what they should do. Not just take. Oh, somebody says we should do this, even though it's a bad idea. We should do it.
Here's the thing,
that
though.
won't make the game good.
Here's the thing, though. They have done that actually in the past. People, literally, you would be surprised. There was a time in the alpha when someone asked for one of the characters, because Murdoch, he was like doing really good. He used to be known for his good damage he could do, and people said, literally, told him to get rid of it, and he got nerfed so bad, he couldn't literally do anywhere near damage that Narbash could do for a while.
Okay, and they fixed that, didn't they? Murdoch can still do good damage. I don't know why.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Guess how long that took?
Alright, it takes time to figure out what they need to do to make the game balanced, though. They can't just go on a whim. If they go on a whim, it'll just make the game way too more imbalanced for certain characters. I mean, just look at Indian Scourge right now. It takes a lot of skill to play him properly.
Here's my question, though. Where was it what was making Rampage so imbalanced that he just got a jump buff? That's all. That's all his third ability was doing. It was called Feral Wolf. All it did was increase his pouncy jump height. It had a cooldown and everything. It wasn't just something he could activate on the whim. He had a cooldown for it. They could have just made it to where it had a really long cooldown for it, but they took it completely out and replaced it with his passive. Put literally where his passive was. How does that make sense right there?
I don't know, man.
Something that did not affect damage at all. That's not balancing.
Well, maybe sometimes okay, well, here's the thing. Maybe they thought it was too overpowering for him to have an escape.
Yeah, he got torn to bits.
I still see people play Rampage and still play him well.
Yes, because those people didn't ever play with him as what he did. Think of those people who played with him when he had that.
You gotta understand, if it's not, if the old players can't adjust to new characters, that's what, to how they make the old characters, then that's why they introduce the new characters, is for them to give a chance to play characters that, might be good for them. Just like how I think Shinibi will be good for me because I think she's a good she looks like an interesting character. Just like I thought Aurora would be a good character for me to play, but she turned out not to be. It's up to the old players to move away from the old characters that they played all the time to go test out new characters or characters they've never played before. I've tested out characters,
and then that goes back to my situation. That goes back to my thing what I was talking about.
Koala.
Koala.
I just came back.
But that goes back to what I was saying though, where the characters that people who could not do that, people who could not play those new characters, people who were good at doing that character because it was a playstyle they knew how to do. It wasn't like these kind of characters.
Well, the thing is that change comes, and you can't be afraid of change. If you stick to the old formula, it's gonna be bad. And I understand the saying, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Yes, but sometimes things may not appear to be broken, but actually are. And just because something changes doesn't mean it's gonna be broken. You gotta understand to accept change, whether it's good or bad, and go with it.
Then here's my question.
And the thing with you, Ty, I'm gonna be honest, is you're having trouble accepting change to something that's happened to Paragon. And it's maybe it's not the best type of change, maybe it is the best type of change. We don't know yet, because we've only...
But here's something I'm also going to say. Because a lot of people hate Mono. A lot of people hate it.
Yeah, and I
understand that. Because trust me, like me, I kind of like the new Murdoch ult, but his ult used to be a longer waiting time, which was fun. I love doing the timing of his ult. But there are other characters. I have friends that don't like the new Boom Blast. There are a lot of people who do not like what Monolith. They would have liked to, if they would have kept Legacy to where players could go back to Legacy map, but they just completely took that out.
And maybe they felt like it was the right decision to take out Legacy. And who knows, maybe they'll change the map every season. They probably lost a lot of people, but guess what? They also brought in a lot of new people. Because personally, back when I played Legacy, before Monolith, because I did play a little bit of Legacy, I didn't really care for Paragon that much. But when they brought in Monolith, I've started liking Paragon quite a bit.
I will say this, I love the Legacy's jungle more. I don't like this Monolith jungle. It's too open and everything.
All I'm hearing you talk about as bad points though, Ty, is change.
That's the thing though, that's the...
You're afraid of the change that they've done.
I'm not afraid of change, thank you very much. I just don't like what they've done. They've just made it different. And well, not different, they've made it more difficult for some players to do. Like, some players of mine don't like what they've done. Because what they've done has screwed the game over for them. Like, some of my friends, they can't even play the game anymore because the bots are too overpowered. And back in Alpha, you could fight bots and then be like fighting real players. Now the bots are broken.
Overpowered.
And the part where with Rampage, the reason why I go back to Rampage is because he's the most broken character. And the reason why I say that is because where you see his visual glitches show how broken he is. is the best example. The visual glitches that happen to him where he gets like stuck, and sometimes if you look at him, his head will get like slammed down into his chest, and his head will, like the frill on his back will be sticking out. And that's not supposed to happen with his head. His head's supposed to stare at you, like he's supposed to stare at you, not look at the ground and not even look at you. He is like the most broken character, and even some players don't like what they did, because when they changed him out, they made him the most broken character because of how overpowered he is. His life is, you could build him to be a healthy gen builder.
And there you go, you just say he was overpowered too.
But that was when they took out his, that was after the update, when they broke him. They took, whenever they took his Feral Roar, that's when he became overpowered. Before then, he was never overpowered. I played so many games, and we killed rampages.
Damn it.
And if you ever have anyone say that he was overpowered, don't believe them, trust me. I played so many games where me and my team wrecked rampages. Those people just were probably the kind of people who complain too much about this person's overpowered because he can jump too far. He can still jump super far with his ult.
I'm doing well, Stalking Red. We're having a disagreement, me and him.
I'm just agreeing with a lot of people I've played with.
And you gotta understand, and Paragon right now, there are the new players and there are the old players, and there are the old players that have adjusted to the new ways, and there are the old players that haven't, that can't accept the new ways, and then there are the new players who like Monolith a lot, and there are people that don't
because
like
those players never
much.
played on Legacy, so they never experienced what us Legacy players did.
And there's a lot of people that never experienced Alpha too. You gotta understand that not a lot of us has been playing Paragon that long. But a lot of us have started to enjoy it quite a bit just because of the updates that they have brought in.
And I still just don't like it where they're making the game more male-based, because where they're putting all girls.
You're jumping all over the place with your opinions, and Ty, I'm gonna.
I've played so many. The thing is, this game, if it gets another female character, that's just going to prove my point even more. I won't say anymore, but if it gets another girl character that is even more skimpy clothing, I will say that will prove my point. That they are turning this game into one of the games that is for guys that are perverts.
Like that miss. Like how the fuck?
I don't know.
Shit like that miss.
God, Ty, you make it really hard to. He is so close-minded. I love Ty to death, but man, every single time we talk about Paragon, he just. Stalking Rat, can I get your opinion on everything? Since you're a Paragon player.
Oh.
I'm gonna stop that video clip right there.
Like, you can't even stop him from execution, and people are saying this guy's not overpowered. Get the hell out of here.
We're talking about Paragon, though.
No, I know you are. I'm just saying.
And okay, what Ty is saying is Ty's been playing since Alpha, and his problem is that they've changed a lot of the characters and they've changed a lot of things that since before beta during Alpha. And he doesn't agree with a lot of those changes. Apparently, there's a lot of YouTubers that don't agree with those changes too. Yeah, you can add them through the Paragon thing, but I don't know. Stalking rights, my mind's in a different place because of Ty right now. I'm just trying to think of how. I need to make a discussion video about this. Because while my time on Legacy was very short, it was still experience that I have from it, and I don't really agree with it. Okay, I shouldn't have done that.
That's so overpowered. So overpowered. Character is so overpowered. So fucking OP. And it's so annoying. Your character is so fucking OP, you don't even realize it. That's why there's fucking two of them in one.
Alright. Stalking, can you talk about the, what you think about Paragon right now?
Why would you...
Damn it.
Oh my god. Yo, teammate, hey. Oh my god, how much health that does and deals is just fucking ridiculous.
Like, I don't know. I agree with some of the change. I like some of the changes that they've done in the past with Paragon, but so many people don't agree with the change. They can't accept the change, and Ty is one of those players. And he's so close-minded about all that change that they've done.
He's overpowered.
I was gonna hit him with my knife.
Your skill rises.
But like, I don't know.
Thanks, teammate.
An enemy tower is under attack.
Oh, dude, this guy's like so overpowered, bro. I hope they're nerfing him.
What do you mean by Chimera Sleep? What did they do to his? I know about the changes to, Rampage Sleep. Because apparently it's like too low, or they just took it out of the game in general, or something like that. I don't know.
Enemy inhibitor is under siege.
Attack right lane. Attack right lane.
Enemy tower destroyed.
Yeah, Gadget really does suck, though.
Enemy inhibitor is under siege. An ally has been slain.
Well, she has to be right on top of me for her to be able to hit it. Okay, I suck ass because I just missed that hit. I'm just gonna run. Bitch. I don't know, I think my opinion on the changes that they've made to Paragon over the years that I've seen is fine. I don't know, I might start playing with viewers as like a special type of deal. I don't know. I hope everybody's enjoying the live stream so far. We've had people come in and out all... Okay, defensive maneuvers now. Defend left and defend right. I don't know which one of them soloed it. They didn't even pop up. But I doubt it was that Gideon. Alright. Get fucking wrecked, Iggy. Get fucking wrecked.
Wow, that's not OP at all. No, why would it be? Oh my god. And now, at first you get him after he's over.
Yeah, I love the change to the pace because I couldn't stand Legacy back when I played it because it was such a wide map and it took so long to get across. Kalari was trash in Legacy. I played Kalari in Legacy and I prefer to play Chimera in Legacy. I did. Cause I did play Chimera. And I've avoided playing Chimera in Monolith for the fact that I wanted to play something new. Hey, Freeman.
Ow.
Dude, you just